Insane. Absolutely insane. I'm completely late. Nothing is working. No, I'm kidding. It is kind of working, but I don't have a clear plan of where we're going today, which will probably include Bitwig Studio and Software Modular. But I had the worst idea ever. How are you doing, people? Hi, Marco. Hi, Bohab James. I know you're here. I saw your chat. I just want to say this. I was this close to using here on live on stream Ableton Live. Like 100% like true to me. Glad you know you're fine, Marco. That's true. It's like I was 100% ready. But number one, I kind of went late on dinner and there was an unexpected kind of like twist in what we were cooking and stuff like that. Then I tried some. Let me turn on the gear because it's even off. I mean, this is completely unscripted. This was like nothing was working. I was trying Ableton Live and I just wanted to double check because everything seemed to flow effortlessly. I went there and kind of created a template through which I recorded and bounced to tracks. And the same problem that Live has always had surfaced again. It does not latency compensate for the messages being sent outside to the outboard gear. I have no idea how people can use Ableton Live in these conditions. Like 100%, like it is impossible that people are using Live with hardware, keeping their sessions completely without plugins, because otherwise if you add plugins, your bounces will kind of skew around. And there's no way that people can kind of time them back in by hand in 2025. Where people get mad about a traffic light lasting 2 seconds more than their average, there is no chance in hell that they are going to take bounces and just kind of manually drag them down and like kind of eyeballing them. There is no way. But Live is still there. So I'm jumping right here. It is impossible. Also, if you use stock plugins, yes, Marco asks, like, also if you use stock plugins, yes, it is bound on latency. So it plays back perfectly fine. I had my SQ64 here playing pretty much every synthesizer. So it was playing the Bass Station 2, it was playing the Prophet 6, it was playing the Moog Voyager, it was playing the Prophet 12, you see down here behind the mic. It was playing the Nord Lead. It wasn't playing the Poly 6, although my Poly 6 does have MIDI. I do not have it connected as MIDI. And it was not playing the Korg, the DW8000. So, but that's marginal because pretty much everything was being synced. Also my bass line was playing, the Erica synth. And it sounded absolutely fine. They were playing 8 notes and it was fine. Everything in input monitoring sounds fine. The moment you say, okay, I like this bass line track, please bounce it. You bounce it and it comes out empty. Because to Ableton Live, an external instrument does not automatically translate as audio, which to Bitwig, it does. But in Live, it doesn't. So you create an audio track, you set the input of the audio track to the track that the synthesizer is coming back to the audio card. That is a little bit of a nuisance, but it can, it's not that much of work. And you bounce it. And you bounce it, and it doesn't come up on tempo. It's like later. Okay? So you say like, why is that? You go to your mix bus, and you notice you have 3 plugins. So for fun, I took those 3 plugins, and I duplicated them and I bypassed them. So the sound was exactly the same, but theoretically, I had twice the mix bus latency. I bounced the bass station and all the synths again, and they were later by the same amount, but twice as much. insane. So if you use zero latency plugins all along, you will probably not notice that. Because it's bound to the plugin latency summing up. But, do not use something like an convolution reverb, because that will set you almost an eighth note later. It's insane. So the reason why this is happening is that Ableton Live waits for the plugin processing to happen and then says, all right, I have to send MIDI data out. And it sends the MIDI data at that point, which means doesn't matter how much, it does its latency and then it sends it. I've talked with Ableton. They're amazing people. They're like their patience is beyond what humans can do. And I know, because when somebody's being patient with me, it is beyond imagination. But I said, like, if you're completely in the box, there's no problem. But it is impossible that your user base does not use hardware. It's just impossible. So they said that the people using hardware most of the time use Live with 100% hardware and no plugins. Which I was like, okay, well, that makes sense, but not that much. There's no hybrid. So my situation is hybrid, and it's kind of like the worst. The worst, that. I knew you knew I was going to do that. So today, out of complete despair, I am going to take Bitwig 5.3.13, and I updated it today. And we're going to devise a template trying to see if we have our ecosystem for our modular songwriting, okay? So I have something here that can I show this to you? Probably yes. Or can I? Maybe not. No, maybe yes. I don't see why I shouldn't. There's glitch delay. Okay. Sounds rough. Yeah, Bohab. Absolutely. Like, I have no idea. The only way, like, before this is watched by other people in the future and they, like, look at it, and some people are going to say this is incomplete. Makes sense. It is incomplete somehow. I am going to add the last brick in the wall, obviously. And the last brick in the wall is that if you have an external clock and you have a way to multiply your clock to your hardware synths and pedals, like the Strymons have MIDI in, so they clock to the pedal, to the MIDI. You have a multiplier, you send your MIDI to the keyboards, but you have a clock like the Usamo, for example. This one I have here. Let me show it to you. Something like this. This one, for example. That's the rear, that's the front. The Usamo is great because it takes audio in from a mono output of your audio card, and it sends a MIDI out clock. That audio track has that MIDI track. It's a virtual instrument track that sends clock to the interface, to the audio input, and then the clock information is sent out of the MIDI out. Another one that is amazing is the Gnome 2, okay? It's kind of a similar approach. It fills the clock from a plugin that is a virtual instrument, and it generates that clock through MIDI. Why is this better? Because audio is in sync by definition, because your DAW is gonna sync the audio regardless. I mean, if it doesn't, it's completely broken. And mind you, Pro Tools 8 would not latency latency compensate. Were you there, people, when Pro Tools 8 was there? This stream is going to be amazing. I already know that. I can feel because of the topic. Were you there? Did you exist when Pro Tools 8 was alive? Pro Tools 8 did not have latency compensation. It did not. Okay? So if you had a snare drum that had 300 plugins and you had overheads that didn't, and you had the bass DI with 3 plugins and you have a bass amp with 5 plugins, they will all change timing because of the time it takes for Pro Tools 8 to calculate those single tracks. 15 plugins takes more probably than 3, so the one with 15 plugins comes later. It was not compensated. Unbelievable. I was there. It existed. It did happen. I'm actually thinking it could be Pro Tools 9. I have second thoughts on whether it's Pro Tools 8 or 9. I started using Pro Tools at the beginning of 6, and I was like, not a kid, but it was like teenager-ish, being in studios that had 6, mix. Then TDM came out, and then it became HD, and by TDM I already owned a Pro Tools HD rig, TDM HD rig. Then it became HDX, which is what they have today. But Pro Tools 8 or 9, I'm having second thoughts, it could be 9, did not latency compensate. It's like, I had an M-Box at the time working with other studios. Just to fire Pro Tools, I had to have a Pro Tools, an M-Box, which is, to this day, for me, the worst converters ever. I told you this was going to be a good stream. When I was teaching audio, music production, and piano and keyboards in Florence, this is 2007/8. I started in 7 when I was back there. And I had an M-Box because I got some jobs for some gigs for writing virtual orchestra or editing audio and doing various things or like charts and stuff. I needed to have Pro Tools, so I bought a Pro Tools M-Box. So Marco says, I've never used Pro Tools, so I don't think I ever will. It is an amazing piece of software. Like Pro Tools is amazing for sure. But I was working as an assistant to my piano teacher in Italy at the time, the last teacher I had in Italy. And the studio owner we were in said like, oh, we need somebody to do these over a weekend. Alberto, do you have Pro Tools? You do have Pro Tools, right? And I didn't. But I said like, yeah, of course I have Pro Tools. Of course. And so I went the same day because I got that gig to do a lot of, music prep and synthesizers work and, arranging and things. I went and bought a Pro Tools M-Box. In, I think, 6 months or something, I kind of didn't need it anymore because I had a Pro Tools rig. But I kept the DigiDesign M-Box version 1. And I want to leave this to you so that you will pass it on to your kids. I kept the DigiDesign M-Box because it had such a horrible pair of converters for D2A that I would use it to teach what digital to analog converters would be. Can you believe that? People would say to me, I don't have the ears to really feel if a converter is fine or not because I am not that good. And I would be like, hold your breath, okay? Listen to this. And I would showcase something like proper converters. Even Tascams were good at the time against the M-Box, okay? And these people would go like, I can hear it. This is, and when I saw DigiDesign and Music Messe, I think the year after, no, it was more than that because Avid was already there and they had bought Pro Tools. I told the Avid CEO in their face. I did. I said, do you know how I use the DigiDesign M-Box? I have a bucket list. I did clear that, people. I did. I told this person, like, you know how I used your DigiDesign M-Box? And it was like, how? I was like, I would use it because people would not know what a good digital to analog converter would be. And I would use the M-Box to let them hear how bad converters are. And they would go like, oh, wait, I can hear that. It's horrible. Okay, now I know what that is. And they would kind of like get their ears tuned. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. I could give you names of people, I will not. Of students of mine who did those courses. Because I said, like, if I show this to them, they will understand. There's no way. And it happened. So, where are we? We're here. We are in Bitwig Studio. This is kind of like a rebound relationship or something. I love Bitwig Studio, but it uses a ton of resources. A ton of resources. It is insane. So the bad idea I had today was also to update all of the Softube plugins here. For some reason, the Voice Exciter is labeled as, I don't know, it's just update all. Why would you want update all? Yes. No. Okay. I don't even think I own this plugin, so I have no idea why. So everything here was updated. Okay. I'm getting doxxed. I'm going to close this. So it works. But what I want to design here from a song of mine that I wrote sometime, I think this is the last sketch that became a track that actually got me some royalties and stuff. So it's called Sector Discrepancy. It will not show up in probably anything like Sector Discrepancy, but to me this song is called Sector Discrepancy. So since I'm the author and creator of this, it is Sector Discrepancy. I want to use this to create a template, and then we'll use voltage modular. Maybe, you know what? I want to use Softube modular. I want to go back to it because it destroys things and see if it works. So let me create like something different. Let's go to modular template. You know what? We're going to use this. I'm going to overwrite. I don't even know what I had here, but we're going to do this. So there's many things here. As you can see, I've got my Prophet 12 sample libraries, which, by the way, you can use in Patreon. If you're a patron of mine, you can download all of this stuff. Then there's drums, there's grooves. Let's destroy all of this. Okay. Takes some time. Bass line, bass station 2, coil, lethal, reactor, synphobia, mixes. Okay. Mix stream, ars, mix bus. Perfect. So where's the stream at? Here. Okay. What is the stream doing here? Let's see. Now this is already using a ton of plugins. So, okay, we don't need reverberate for sure, because it's the correction for the Bowers that we're not using. We're using Atom Audio's amazing speakers today. But we have this stream thing that I am not actually going to use. I'm going to use Sonobus again. So do you know this? This is actually, I don't think it's open source, but it's like free. This is audio over LAN, and it's absolutely insane what it does. So obviously I have my secret room with kind of a secret password, and my computer is called Armor because it's an inheritance from a case that I had years ago. And is it mono or is it stereo? No. All right. No. I don't want to get anything from this guy, but I want to deliver these at 32 milliseconds sharp on manual. Sorry that I am setting these up, but I told you this would be a thing. So this is a plugin that sends audio out there. I don't want the print here. I don't want the test sweep. I don't want the verify test sweep. I don't even know why I'm doing all this. These folders are open. Do you people use Bitwig Studio? Have you ever used Bitwig Studio? Which is, I am so proud to say, made in Berlin, because it's really like, it's really a winning piece of software. This thing is unbelievable. It's really good. The problem with me is that it uses kind of a lot of resources. So let's go here. Can we make -6? No. Go here. -6. Thank you. Let me copy these over. If you're used to Ableton Live, this thing will feel right at home. I'm sorry about, Ableton has its advantages. I will not lie to you. It has its own advantages. But for the life of me, that thing does not want to work and collaborate. So do we try a test sweep? We should. Let's do this. let me close this thing right on, and let me just double check that we're doing this. Okay, test generator, test tone. Okay, yes. I'm not even gonna bother. Marco says, I downloaded the demo and tried it out, but after that I didn't feel the need to work with it. I mean, if you're working, you know, you have Studio One, you're there. I know you're using Studio One. It is an amazing piece of software. It works. You know, if it works, it works. We know that. So let me just send a quick -20, for which you're gonna hate me for sure. Let me go mix 100%, 1 kilohertz, and let's go -20. Ready? Go. Okay. Well, it's coming out softer than that, which means we don't have to use this. Do we? No, hold on. Do we? Yeah, we do not. Maybe, you know what? I'm kind of feeling safer if we're staying sort of like 3 down, but I don't want my voice to be overwhelming anything and stuff. So number 1, we did it. We have the updates from whatever, the SoftTube stuff, and we have our, oh, there's also tracks here that we have to erase. Okay, save. Very simple. These are my basses, beats, drums, grooves, basses, synths, orchestral effects, and mix. These effects stuff has the pedals. Does it? Oh, it does not. Where's my pedals at? I think we're gonna have to write them. Why aren't they here? They are here. Oh, look at that. There's so many. Okay. Okay, they were here. Let's destroy these additional tracks because there's inactives. So, okay, here they are. Track active. Thank you very much. It is an unbelievable piece of software. This thing is just good. So this is the one thing I wanted to tell you. The other thing I wanted to tell you is this. Ready? Oh, it didn't work. Yes, it did. I did a video behind the scenes. I don't know if you people have seen that, in which I needed kind of like the real estate, and I made myself this small, a little bit bigger kind of head, so that you can kind of you know, like a thing. And I was kind of here, and I found it this is an amazing camera position, I gotta say. I know it's cutting some of the stuff, I know, but to be honest with you, look at this. Like, if I'm looking up, you see how it works? I'm looking really at that part of the screen. And if I'm looking down, I'm really looking down at the screen. And I've asked this on Discord, and James said, it felt immersive. I think this is amazing. Should we do this as well? Wait, what? Should we do this as well? Should we do this as well? Should we do this as well? This is life and death, people. Should we do this as well? You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we should. I'm thinking this is kind of rocking a lot, because it's like, it's still, my head level is kind of good. It's not the contrary of that, but also we have this where I'm not bothering you that much. We're defining our future right here. Can you believe that? I like this. Kind of like the bigger view better, but still lower, right? Not higher. I know that there's a lot of component, like elements that we don't really care about on top, and that there are others at the bottom, but I think it should be the bottom, just because, look, this is like my top of the screen. That's my bottom of the screen. Top, bottom, top, bottom. I think this is where it should be, because when I look up in the camera, and it feels like I'm looking up on the screen, which really amazed me. Welcome, everybody. This is Modular Mondays, episode what? This is 11. Okay, so what I want to design here with you is, first off, I want to get to the controllers, because they're probably all off. And I want to make sure that we have that we have all of the settings right there. But I'm gonna stay like here. We have the Arturia key step. That's good. We have the multipoly. That's no longer working. The virtual MIDI in we don't have. The wave state we don't have. Look at how much stuff we have here. Generic SQ64. I don't think we're using this. We're using this. Yes. I don't want to heavy learn all that stuff. No, that's fine. Virtual MIDI in we're not using. SQ64 we are using. I have kind of a lot going on here. This one, can we destroy? Yes, probably this one's fine, right? Yes. Okay, we don't want that. Do we want MIDI messages to be shown? Probably yes. Okay, so I find it unbelievable that these are not being used. This is all wrong, but we'll keep it this way because it's okay. The nano control, I'm probably gonna keep anyway. Let's see if it works. I told you, like, we're headed out here. So there's my mix stream, there's my mix bus as well. There's a test tone we're gonna erase. I think we have it. So say I wanna add a modular here. Where are we gonna put it? Here. We are gonna go add instrument. I'm gonna put it right up here. I don't want, and we're gonna make it purple because that's what it is. We're gonna call it soft tube modular. See if this works. I'm not sending it to monitor track. I'm gonna send it to drums for now. And let's open modular, right? Do we do it like this? Modular. 3. Go. I'm telling you, the updates were insane today. Insane. I had like 71 updates. So I want to completely restart my patch here. You remember we've done soft tube modular for the first episodes. Then we went to VCV Rack. I have not bought VCV Rack Pro because I'm poor. And I really have to watch my finances. So I didn't buy it. But I know I was told that Cardinal is open source and it's the VCV Rack version of all of the open source stuff. So we could take a look at Cardinal as well today. And I know that because if I go Edge here and I open Cardinal VCV, we have KX Studio. Cardinal. Should I download it right off the bat? Do we go? I mean, it goes to GitHub. I'm already in love. Like, this is good. Are we going for it? We're going for it anyway. Installer. Marco, you remember who talked about in honor of Eric? Eric suggested Cardinal 2 years ago. He was using it. R.I.P. Eric was a good guy. We all loved him. Absolutely. That was tough. And I can even use, says Bohab James, you can even use Cardinal in the web browser. Yes, I saw it like here on Edge. Before it was like try live. And I was like, what is this? And it's like on browser. This is unbelievable. It seems minor, but it's huge, right, Bohab? Like being able to do it in a browser, it's kind of cool. So let's do this. Let's install Cardinal anyway. Like Eric was insane. He had all of like a lot of the software that we would have never thought about was Eric. And Cardinal, Karma Effects, which I absolutely love. I don't think he was using the Multiphonics, which I love. That's another one I've used in some scoring years ago from Applied Acoustics. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece of software for physical modeling. So, do we install Carla IDL thing? So it was like all of the utilities, all the open source stuff. Eric had it, and he just yeah. Do we go Clap or do we go VST3? I usually do not install Clap plugins, but I wonder whether collab plugins would give me like a little bit more performance. Let's go VST3. Host tools, I have no idea what these are. You know, I'm thinking I kind of need them. Let's go. Different folder. Default. What is default? Let's go. Let's do C program files. This could be risky though. Cardinal. What? Okay, let's go default. Can I go back to default? Oh no. Can I go default? Enter folder name. Oh gosh. Default. Thanks. Right, we're installing. I don't know, like, are you more interested in seeing Cardinal? I opened Cardinal with Eric 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. I think 2 years ago. And again, it's like VCV rack, but you can put it into context. But I'm also eager to go back to Softtube Modular, to use clouds, to use like kind of like brides and plates and stuff. Rings, braids, those things, plates, that stuff. Let's see, but I'm kind of like torn in between. Now, because we installed it, I think it should be in my VST3s. Cardinal, yeah. So because it's there, it's probably gonna pop up. Add instrument. Cardinal. Let's make it pinkish. Cardinal. See? Cardinal or Cardinal synth? Cardinal synth, I'm thinking. Wow. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Cardinal. This is the synth variant. It has 2 audio outputs plus MIDI. Basic VCO, ADSR, VCA is the default patch. Thank you. Why can't I write? Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm already seeing like, why can't I type for, you know, spaces? Good. Cardinal params map, host audio. Okay, so that's the host MIDI. That's good. Why am I running transport? Go back here. Let's see where we are. So it's happening. It's working. Do we hear it? Let's go to mix master. So you're hearing things. I ain't. Why? What is happening? No, I know. Don't worry about that. You're basically being sent audio and I'm not. So I'm gonna do another effects track here, and I'm gonna call this 2-stream. No, go here. Thank you. Here are 2-stream. We're gonna get here and here and here. And then we're gonna take our mix and we're gonna go 2-stream. Boom. Do you hear it? Maybe. You hear it. I don't. Why don't I? Oh, maybe my monitors. Because it's muted. I'm a horrible person. It works. Haven't tried Cardinal. Hey, Drac. Hello. Looked like, wait, that's somebody else who just wrote that. How are you doing? I already asked people. I think pretty much everybody's... It's September, people. Can you believe that? I'm kind of like trying to not get into that. Is September horrible for you? Does it remind you of back to school kind of stuff? Because to me, it does. I'm still kind of fearing September the most. Like it's the month I kind of fear the most. So, just so you know. Let me get back here though, because I think it would work anyway. Yeah. So we don't really need that to stream here. It was working. I just had my muted output. Because I don't know when your school starts, I think like it could be that like Germany has August, for example. So you wouldn't think of September like your back to school month, but for us it was September when I was a kid in Italy. So man, that was insane. So you see, I'm kind of like clouding already on it. Here also August. Yeah, in Switzerland as well. Yeah. I don't know if Ticino has August, but I think they do. It's also August, which to me is like unbearable. Unbearable. I have no idea how somebody can get back to school in August, because to me, August was like the month where every friend of mine, boys, girls, everybody was kind of available. So to us, it was like half September, middle September. And Drac, you're in Texas. All right, I forgot. September means it might finally cool down a little bit. Yeah, but, you know, I mean, now that I'm in Bayern, I'm kind of okay with temperature. When I was in Berlin, I kind of felt I could have used a little bit more of a warm weather. But man, Texas kind of has it. I wouldn't be kind of like worried. Like, I wouldn't complain about Texas weather, you know. I've been in extreme, like in the southern parts of Texas. And yes, maybe that one kind of gets to you, but I would still kind of be okay. Yeah. They have longer holidays than the other parts. They do. Yeah, well, they do. That's true. But still, I think it's kind of like end of August, at least. It will not be probably September. So let me turn this guy on and see where we are. Because what we need to do here, we need to go... Oh, wait, there's like, this is wrong. I want pedals. This is okay, but I would like to use pedals as well. So Cardinal. So this is a patch they've made. And I think there's no filter as well because it's sine. Okay, so this works. We know that. And it's amazing how I got plugins all over the place. But this plays monophonic, okay. Can we do polyphonic like right off the bat? I mean, these using, we can. Polyphonic channels, too. This, I'm like headed directly into polyphonic. That's pretty September. That kind of got a lot super sad. This is, if you're used to VCV rack, this is home. This is exactly that. So now, okay. Now, I mean, come on. This is 1-to-1. This is good. The only thing I'm asking myself is this. The modules, right? Because I don't like, okay, so this one already has everything. I'm seeing Befacos. I'm already in love. Okay. Is Vault here as well? Holy moly. Okay, so far, I mean, I'd be lying to you if every module I'm seeing kind of matches. Like, oh yeah, I know them all. But I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I know for sure. Ooh, there's all of the Sarge XT. This is good. Dex Plateau, they're here. We can do it. We can do it. Hold on, some stuff I'm not seeing though. Is there gonna be complex oscillator? Do I dare search for it? There's some stuff, but that's not complex. Oh, but that's a clone maybe of complex oscillator. Is it here? So it's not like that's the catch, but audible instruments made on marbles. Okay, if I write marbles, does it get it? Marbles? Yes. So if I write plates, oh, it is. It's here. It's here. Hey, SI Games. This looks so difficult. Welcome, SI Games. This is your, I know, I mean, Ethan here is the bot that keeps us alive while we're in cryosleep. And he's responsible for the ship. So when he says, welcome to the channel, I know you haven't, maybe it's the first time you're here. So, you know, welcome to the stream. It looks complicated, but it isn't really that complicated. I'm going to show it to you. So do we start, like, do we make, is Vault here as well? No. Oh no. Oh no, we're having, is there a Steiner filter? There has to be. Oh no. Oh no. Vault audio is not here. This is huge. This is huge because I'm thinking about the modules that, I mean, Blamsoft isn't either, right? So Cardinal's amazing, but of course it's there. It do be a little overwhelming with over 1,000 modules. Yeah, because here you don't really have to download them. The downloading of the modules kind of keeps you safe in terms of knowing where things are. But man, like the mutable are all here. Holy moly, they're all here. They're all here. They're all here. Yeah, kind of like, yeah. It's a little bit overwhelming. We will not lose morale here. Don't worry not. Okay, so Cardinal. Let me just take Modular out because Cardinal, we got a Cardinal ourselves. So we're in Bitwig. Because we're in Bitwig, I am thinking I want to do different modules or different Cardinals to hold different types of things. You remember how we had our drums going, right? I know you remember. Let's try and see how we can Cardinal ourselves with things. Like how we can make it work. The problem I'm noticing is that Bitwig's not really playing nice with text and stuff. So let's delete these. House params map I don't need. We're gonna go here. That's left. Audio. That's a VCA. Okay. Awesome. So here it is. It feels really, you know, one feels very at home. Let me do a mixer here. I saw a console I know. This one. MS Hawk. Okay. So this is our output. We're gonna, for now, drag there. I'm gonna use green for audio. Can we? Yes. Okay. Can we? Yes. I'm kind of, I know. Hold on. I know you want the same type of green. All right. So we have these. We have no sound so far. Let me take these VCA, maybe here. Then we've got our pitch. I'm not gonna use these. Okay, these two, let me put them down here. What we know for sure is we're gonna have the V-oct, maybe not even. I'm gonna go just gate these straight in. Trigger, gate out. Right, simple as that. So if I do this, I'm probably playing these already. Am I? Yes, probably. No, right now, yes. I'm triggering it and we can see that, but it's not coming out of it. So we're gonna go out just for testing this, and in here. I'm gonna use a VCA just because. And it should be playing anytime. Let me make this monophonic. Right? You know, right off the bat. And what we're gonna use is, I don't wanna use I don't wanna play it with this. I want to play it through the SQ64 channel 10. That should be fine. So it's already on. Let me get to my, am I syncing this guy to it? Maybe not. Let's go 78. You remember? We kind of like this tempo. So let me mute these. And let me do just this guy here. Let me play that. Is it getting to us? Cardinal record, MIDI in. Yes, please. No? Why? It is. It is getting it. Ah, okay, hold on. 10. Should work though. Okay. Right. Should I set my camera here? The second one? I should. Absolutely. This one. Why not? It needs to be here. Anyway. Right, let me stop this horror here. You want to see the SQ64? You should. Hold on. I'm a professional. Let's do this. Man, this is the concept of being live stream. Live stream means this. Okay. Hold on. I don't want to play this, so we're going to use the SQ. Right? Here. Boom. That was fast. Man. What? Here. Look at that. Bit too big. Okay. We're live. Here. Boom. Hold on. I don't want to trample on the cable. So, this is the SQ64. This is me. So you know it's true. But it could be kind of like a little bit brighter. Hold on. We're going to make it brighter. I want to use this for the drums because it's just going to be better. No, that's me. Hold on. I'm fine where I am. I'll be here. Number 1. Here. Go. Go. Right. Wow, that's low. That's probably not what we want. Can we see that now? Yes. Here we go. Here. 200 is usually good. Bit of reflection and stuff, but you can see me. And right on top here is my base station. So, yeah, looking good. Save, ciao. So I want to use this. And if I press play, you hear that we have the macro oscillator kicking it, but it's definitely not what we want. So because we know what macro oscillator does, we're going to go straight for our analog bass drum, and we're going to go here. Right? So again, it is overwhelming to just have all the modules here. I kind of have to think, I don't have them. I don't care. It's okay. So now, because we're going out here and we're completely dry, I could say this should go to, say, all beats. Now, my all beats bus has stuff on it. And in fact, as you can hear, it does have stuff on it. It's got its filter bank, it's got the stereo, it's got the Reason Rack plugin that you shouldn't use because the Splinter Cell soundtrack, depending on whether I'm gonna do it or not, is based on that plugin. If you copy me, then you're gonna get the gig and I won't, and I'd be horribly disappointed. There's even free plugins here. I've already given away all of my tricks. There's no reason for me to keep working as a composer because you can do it on your own. Anyway. So we're not filtering this, but we already have our macro. We don't want this. Maybe I'm gonna keep an ADSR. And it's working. Right? It's singing. It's really cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the harmonics. I'm gonna take the harmonics here, the input, and I'm gonna use the output of these ADSR, and I'm gonna use the gate from this guy again, but I need to make all of my gates kind of like pink when there's no signal, because then we know. And these are usually yellow because it's kind of like almost out. Boom. And the triggers are also kind of pink. This feels 100% at home with VCV Rack because it is. It's essentially that. So I'm kind of worried that some modules I completely love will not be here. But these, I mean, it's open source and completely open and available and free. So I want to have that, and I want to have some of these. Let's see. Way too much. Oh, wait. Can I select the harmonics? Oh, because I can't. Okay. So it is doing way too much. We need to scale. Do we have a rescaler? This one looks like a rescaler. Hold on. Let me zoom in because I'm not that good at feeding things around. Rescale. I'm thinking rescale is going to be good. Offset. This guy is enough. So we get out of here. And we get out of here. Offset input, signal input. Okay, so I want to scale this. Let's try that. What I would like to have is okay, this. I would like the kick to kind of open, and I want to get my. Can you bear with me? I want to get the effects ready. Do you want me to move the camera to the effects? These things should really work. Let me turn these on because I want to use straight off, right out the bat, some reverbs that I have. I don't want to, this time, we're not, Bohab says, sounding fat. Like the plates modules, like, I've kind of grown accustomed to this. Set your frequency. This is not in tune yet. We don't have a song. Timbre and morph, like, like driving a car, like 10-2, and the harmonics to taste. But the harmonics being driven off tempo with the attack kind of makes this flow better, I think. So it is already cool. That's our kick right here. And we could get, if we have a MIDI filter, we could get kind of maybe, yes, we need kind of like a channel filter. We do need a MIDI filter though. Let's see. Is there gonna be a filter here? Let's try filter. Werner because I cannot. Why can't I put a space right here? It's insane. Like Bitwig does not allow me to type in here. This is bad. Man, there's so much stuff. I'm trying to like kind of keep my head on a swivel, but there's so much stuff. Let's try this again. Here, let's try and play. Good. We've got the VU as well. Do we want to use the VCA now? Doesn't matter. Go. Here. Ciao. We can even drop down. Man, I hear it resonate here in the room. That's sounding good. That's fitting. So I think I can do these here, right here. Channel 10. I have this illumination here. 10. So do we have labels? We do. Glue, my friend. Here. Glue, please. Add a label. So new label. Here. 10. Again, I mean, these SQ6410, easy. So now we can do 11 for another channel here of track D, because track D has 16 drum pads behind here. They don't send pitch, but send triggers and gates, so that's okay. That's good. I was saying effects. I want these to be kicking in the effects. So my 2-bass return should be turned on, and it's gonna output to the 1516. Let me do these. Audio, 2-bass return. That's already set. That's all good. That's the Amiga. What are we even saying? That's okay. I mean, it remembered. We're good, right? Oh, the only thing is that we're 44.1. I want to get at 48. Are we at 48 now? Is it working? No, probably I have to kind of restart the whole thing. Okay, don't worry. We'll do it. Close. Easy save? No. Okay. Maybe I can close this sound and deactivate and activate. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, it's loading plugins. Hold on. Because I was at 44.1 and I want... What? Why? What? I can hear myself. What? Wait. Who? Why? Can you hear myself? I could hear myself. We're cursed. So now we're at 48. Everybody don't freak out. We're good. I did a restoration project. And yes, I know there's Bitwig 6. I was doing a restoration project from tapes and the files were 44.1. So now it's like glitching on myself. That's the clock here. There we go. We're done. This was the fine way to tell me that we had too much. I'm clocking everything from the antelope, so why am I hearing myself? Go away. No, cannot. That cannot be. You can hear that, right? This is impossible. There is no way that this is not work. Who's doing this? Okay, I'm gonna go back at 44.1. Can I go back at 44? Now I'm gonna pay for that. Obviously. All right. I get that. Cardinal's kind of... Oh, it's Cardinal. No, Cardinal, don't do that. No. That bad? No, that cannot be. Come on. Go. Is it glitching? You're safe. I muted you. That was live. That was not too bad, but it's kind of not good as well. I'm gonna save the patch, maybe redo it. Why? Wait, that makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would we be glitching on this? No reason. Okay. Oh, now we're not glitching. Am I playing this? No. But now, maybe? Audio appears to be hung. Well, it wouldn't be. Terminate audio engine. Oh, maybe I have to redo it. This I get. Hold on. I know why. Because we clocked it through one thing. Let me reboot. Like, do this. It will work. We're safe. So Cardinal has this thing where while it's loading, it's giving out those insane bursts. And I thought it was the clock, because sometimes the Aurora does it on Windows when you're clocking things forcefully to a rate, but that's not the case. Okay. That should not happen though. Oh, you open Cardinal and it stops? Okay. Can I live with that? Maybe not. But now I can hear I can hear myself. Why would I be able to hear myself? There is no reason why this would happen. Is it this? No. That's insane. Why would I? Oh, is it this one? Okay. But now I can't monitor this. This is unbelievable. Cardinal is basically putting my own feed into sort of like myself. Let me hear this now. Does it work? Is it working? And it's not reading this. No, come on. That's impossible. That's unbelievable. I can... That there's no way that's happening. Is it this? Is it this one? Ah, it is this one. Wait, no, it's impossible. There's no way. Oh, because I haven't muted B-Link. Okay, how about now? Okay, we're good. Good old audio routing. This is insane. Like, who's doing all this? But I get it now. It was kind of feeding back my feed to this because of the streaming rig, of how Bitwig does work with the audio. Okay, we're good. We're good. However, we still haven't kind of solved. Is this playing? Okay, so MIDI into, well, no, this is kind of this guy here, all channels. Go. Okay. We should have sound in here. Okay. It's not getting it. Okay, let me save. We're good. You're good. I'm good. And I can't hear for this reason. Am I good to go? Yes, maybe. Should be here. Why can't I hear anything? Okay. Yo, hello, Houston. How you doing? I know you can hear it, which is good. That's fantastic. But I would love to hear it myself as well. Monitor. Audio. Monitor. Yo, that should work. Come on. That's not even fair. That isn't fair. You're hearing it, and I am not. Okay, ready? I have it. Boom. We're back. I got it. I have it. So, okay. I got carried away by the fact that Cardinal is kind of, it's glitching in Bitwig while it's loading the patch. That is absolutely not good. That should not happen because it's kind of like fairly loud. So now what we want to do is this. We want to get the output of these from the 2-bus return here. And we want to turn this track on. And I'm thinking if I press play and I go through my pedals, they should be working because the template I took it from should be working. Let's see. Let's play it. So it's right here. Right. All of the effects. Right. So they're not syncing to the MIDI because, let me try VZ. They're not syncing because we're not probably syncing the MIDI right here. Synchronization. So the MIDI sync out we have to send is to the key step for sure, to the SQ64 that's out of tempo. So we're gonna use Bitwig as master. We're gonna take these as well. We're gonna take these as well, although they're all the same. The nano control maybe is not necessary. And the 16th. So the pedals were being, why is the play thing? No, we don't need that. Okay. Could be working. Let's see. Is it locked? Maybe not. That's not sounding incredibly tempo in 94. So maybe we need to do this. Sync. It is synced though. What did I miss? This one? No. No. Bitwig's kind of acting up though, huh? On this thing. Like it's already like kind of 2 or 3 things that are not working there. Why do I always have to go back to Cubase for my life? For the life of me. So we're at 94. It should be syncing out. It should. This should receive audio here to MIDI. It should be syncing. So if I press play at 80, it should be 80 and it isn't. So that is not good. There is no indication, like there is no syncing. There's not, like it should sync. Why aren't you syncing? Because it's MIDI clock. No. Because it's not MIDI clock. I mean, unless we want to do it backwards, we can do it backwards. You know? Let's try and do it backwards just to see. Now it's doing it. Now it's 80. No, it's not even syncing there. See how weird that is? Because I'm resyncing maybe this. I think it's kind of like Cardinals not really work. Okay, 80. Okay, we got it. So as a workaround, I'm now syncing from the SQ. And because I'm syncing from the SQ, the pedals should kind of work. Let's try that. Let's try our usual, what was it, 78? 78. Is it 78? Yes, okay. So pedals and DZ, like all of my synced delays should work. Trust me, they work. Yeah. Is the avalanche on? Now it is. Okay. Right. Right, Crotosian. All of my effects are kind of syncing, so it works. I'm pitching it to see if it is working. But it is. Okay, so we have it. We have it, it's syncing. However, I'm doing it from the SQ to Bitwig backwards. Why didn't it work backwards? And also, why is this taking only channel 10 should work? Yo, why wouldn't it? Why does he want to be, oh, MIDI channel? Ah, okay, my bad. Maybe it's this one? No. This is the output of the MIDI. So this should really work. If I set it to MIDI channel 10, oh, maybe I have to set it here to all and then filter by channel. But it's not working. I am fairly sure. Oh, maybe this is 5. No, it is 10. There's no way. Let me go to the globals here. Okay, pad D, channel 10. It is channel 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 10. Maybe, no. This is 10. How about I create another, is there a Cardinal here? Carla plugin host, no. What we use, this one? What if we use, like, what about using a new one? I'm going here. Here. Gate out, can I? Okay, yes. Go. 10. No, why doesn't it work? It should. Oh, maybe I have to go MIDI in? No. It should be working. Man, that's a bummer though. It is. I mean, it's clearly sending to 10. So when I filter these and say channel 10, should be working. Otherwise, I have to open another Cardinal and do other things. So that makes no sense. Can I undo? Yes. Now if I want to do 11, I have to kind of do... I have to do another one. It will not work. Let's do that then. Let's try and play this. Let's do the same. We'll go trigger. Needs to be pink. Then we duplicate this guy as well. We put it here. We take the input of all. We go here to 2. Here, let's see. Well, now you're getting that, but I want 11. Let's see. Let's go to 11. Here to the pad. Okay, not the globals, the gates. 2. Okay. And it is working, obviously. So how about I create a MIDI track? Could it work? Man, why do every DAWs kind of like miss the point all the time? Do you have a reason for that? So let's take this and go 10 and go to a track to Cardinal from here. And we call these 10. Go away. Then we duplicate these. We call these 11. We take a MIDI channel 2, but this should not be the way you do that. Come on. And we go to Cardinal as well. And we take this and we take, can we? No. No input. It should work anyway. It will not work because it has no input. Oh, come on. I can clearly see that we're sending stuff to channel 10. No, this is forcing me to do 2 of these. Come on. No way. No way. Now it works, but I cannot select 11. Right? What if we send 11 though? It is sending 11. Let's try that. Let's try this. Let's try and do this. Now it is sending there. Okay. Am I seeing this? Maybe. Yes. Is it on? No. Okay. So it is working. Oh, but it's still doing it. No, come on. This is wrong. Shouldn't be happening. This should be 11, really. No, come on. This is wrong. So it's kind of like problematic the way it is working because for some reason I am not getting the channels to collaborate with me. When I select channel 10, it is not actually filtering the unit to channel 10. What if I redo the patch? No. So this is a problem because it should be doing it. It only works, which sounds good. It sounds good. Man. Can you see the potential of all these wasted somehow? There's no way this is not working though. Come on. MIDI, what is this? MIDI channel. Okay, 10. Oh. This is an input. Okay, no, it won't work. Man, bummer. That'd be working so well. That'd be working so well. That'd be working so well. Do we have clock coming off here? No, not even? No, come on. No way. We don't get clock from it? No, do I have to do this? No, come on. No. Where's the clock here? No. All these going to it. It is a beautiful solution, but for some reason for me it is not working. Because it's not sending the stuff I want in here. Now I will need to go. There's no way I can do that here. No. I need to send the VPMs anyway. Okay. So go here. Come on. I'm gonna keep these just out of pity because it would be so beautiful, but I'm thinking I will need to buy VCV Rack Pro if we want to do that. Man, such a bummer though. That's a bummer though. But you know, we're writing music, so it doesn't matter. Let's keep that for now. And let me load in something different here. Shame though, right? Because why hasn't it worked? Okay, let's try this one. Maybe we will lose life as well. So, good. We're here. I want to get some cool stuff. I want to definitely get clouds. I want to definitely get brights. I want to definitely get the Kergasmatron. And I want to definitely get... Do we need? Yeah, we need. Do we go Bukalas? Or do we go something else for filters? Now, alright, no worries. Let me first get my... Okay, my MIDI. Let's start from the SQ64 channel 1, just so we have some notes going on. But I would really want to kind of use the bass station actually when I play that. So we're getting DAW sync here. It seems to like completely ignore where we're headed. Why is it doing this? Is it reading it? Is it? I'm thinking maybe not. Okay, note. So, first, let me get a mixer out of here. Add. Man, the workflow is so different from VCV. So different. Mixer. Okay, so our mixer out is going to go. Do we have left and rights? Yes, we do. Okay, so duplicate these, please. Mixer. So this is gonna be our left. This is gonna be our right. This is gonna be our in. This is gonna be our out. Let me lower things because this tends to be incredibly high usually. And let's do this. So out. No, this is wrong. Hold on, move. Go here. Clouds. Afterwards. Move. See how the workflow isn't as fast as VCV. This is why I'm kind of getting to really love trigger. Note. Actually, let me go gate trigger. Output, input. Output, input. Input, input. Is it working? Am I hearing something? Okay. Should register as no. That's weird. I have no idea where we're going, but okay, let me crossfade here. Or let me use the mix actually. Yeah, let's go mono and then we'll make it stereo from here. I love this filter. This is so good. Let me go to the synths before we kind of have it here. Okay. now that we have some context. Modular. I love these so much. Like Bright is unbelievable. Okay. Let me try and do some of, can we kind of get these out here? I don't know why it isn't following the, this is unbelievable. It should follow the actual arpeggio, but it's not hearing it. This is beautiful. Like Bitwig's really like today. In theory, Marco says like somehow everything's kind of a little bit out of sync. The beautiful thing about this is that if I stop, it's based on where I clicked on it. Because it's hearing, it is doing it by itself. It is skipping the pitch, it's skipping the tempo, but the bass station came later and it's keeping that 78. But it's constant, but it's skewed afterwards because maybe I played it and the latency kind of kicked in and kind of moved it a little bit afterwards. But the amazing thing is that the arpeggiator on the bass station 2 is off. It is off. So let me place an LFO because I need. See, now it stopped. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I haven't recorded this. But this is what I played before. I actually love how off that is. I absolutely actually love that. This goes in the machine. You hear it? This is experimental. So I'm liking this. However, do we have a rescaler? I'm gonna let it go. I mean, he clearly knows what he wants to do. So, dude, what? No, come on. I mean, this is insane. Did I record it? Yeah, we'll have this. I'm gonna post these. This is going to go And it's gonna be called the Ghost firmware. Remember, this has to go in the compilation. There's no way. Now I want to rescale these to a little bit of color. I'm not. Did I record? Like, did I record? I did record, right? Aha. We did record that. So we gotta go. Shh. Now we're gonna cut it here. Let me try this. I'm playing against latency, so if I play against latency, this is because it's recording over itself, and I don't want it to do it. This is unbelievable. Is there there's a way to not record it, of course, and have it like this? Open that again. Let's see where we are. This is insanely cool. I mean, it's like I'm fighting something that wants to do something else. Let's try and arpeggiate that. I have no idea how that will go. Now I don't know why it's not tracking me anymore. There's no way. You hear how it kind of lags there? Go to the engine room and see if it works. It's true. scale this. I would be tempted to do something else here, but I love how then it's like holding something that doesn't work, and so like I'm gonna make something out of these anyway. Hear that, man? Do we try and use another saw? Let's try that. There's a chance it will work, people. I'll do it. Let's go. Do we went directly there? No. Let's go here. Let's go to in B. Let's take that out. Let's go here. Let's take in B and take out B. Kind of have it as separate. Yes! Let me map it here. Let's see if it works. Can I do a MIDI learn? Please let me do a MIDI learn. Yo. No, it's not working. Please. I'm doomed. I have to do it with the mouse. But it's okay because we're better than that. We can do that. It's such a good oscillator. These sound so good. Softube Modular sounds insanely good. Oh, it's really so thick. I'm gonna do that again, 54%. Hear how my mix bus is kind of like taking the three sounds that were there and it's still making a feature out of it. I love this. It wouldn't be without the mix bus. 54%, we go up again. Was it 55? Let's try 55. Okay, now, 54. Feels like a part B. I love this. Let's try and add some fills here. I just went for more fills here on the SQ. Do that again. I love that 54%. How it goes up and it drops back down. How it's all kind of blending with nothing. I cannot believe I still was able to kind of do this without clouds. Actually, we're going straight to the Orgasmatron. Should I buy a Orgasmatron for a real one? Maybe. Try that again. A little bit close and then 54. I love how the kicks kind of get back in. Man, this could be a system that really works if it hadn't completely glitched on me from the get-go. Like, there is no way. There's no way. I am like, wow. This was lovely. Just flows. The modules themselves just prove that if you have a couple of these in your rack, you don't really need huge cabinets once you have a system of effects going. Man, let's try that again. I'm hooked up on these 54%. Okay, we did float it. That's ghost firmware, by the way. This is we're doing this. This is the day that what? Like what happened? We have one kick drum, one oscillator going into clouds. The Orgasmatron, that's a dual filter. one LFO. Let's let it ring, so that will be the fade out. Wow. Okay. We saved it for some reason. No, let me save also the game. You know what this reminds me of today? Except for like starting up with all of it reminds me of like when you do a gig and like you have a piano and you have keyboards and stuff, and then the electricity goes out. Have you ever had one of those gigs? Have you? Like you're playing an upright in a club and you brought synthesizers, couple keyboards, I don't know, maybe then there's the bass players playing, on a small combo, and then the lights go out and the club is kind of bringing candles and things and people are still chilling, and all you have to play is just maybe like the piano and that's it, and the drummer can play, of course. The bass player can't play electric bass, so they can't. So maybe they double on your lower octaves of the keyboard or whatever. These reminded me of that, like when you have to kind of like find a way out. But what came out of this is so unbelievably live in the moment that kind of like gave me vibes. I gotta be honest with you. Now, Cardinal did not work. It did work, but it didn't. It is an amazing solution that's got so many modules. I can't even fathom how many of these are. Can we put these on like 50? Yo. This is just clock. Sorry. I was searching for clock. Let me search for nothing. Okay. It's not really playing nice, I think, with Bitwig. See, I can't type. Can't erase. So it's kind of glitchy. But it's got gazillions of modules. This is really cool. However, for some reason, I couldn't get it to work the same way that I do with VCV Rack. I'm thinking it's Bitwig that is not playing nice with Cardinal for some reason. But it's got a lot of stuff. We got the macro oscillator. We're not even filtering anything. We're going to the DSR for the harmonics. We get some offset so that we can scale down that envelope. Just a VU for reading when the gates come out. Mixer, left, right. Beautiful. And that was the kick being triggered by the SQ64 that we then doubled on a second channel that was doing like a counterpoint kick. And then we went to modular. So this is like our first crossover between modular softwares. Man, so this should be really like two patches together. And this is doing two brides. One bride goes into cloud and the Orgasmatron A or the mix, but the other one's just doing the B. There's some FM that I've played out of the right output of clouds. Proof. These modules are unbelievable. They could easily be like something you use for just, playing sounds. That's so thick. Like Brides is just one of my favorite oscillators for sure. So it's getting there. It's, man, what a combination. Just one LFO only. We've built amazingly big patches, yet this was not even close to the complexity, and still it rolled. It was kind of offset, but the tempo was maintained. So 78 was kept 78, but there was latency involving how the base station was triggering into modular. And he kept that pace and it was kind of pushing against it. I kind of liked it a lot. And I'm glad I recorded that for sure, so that we have this. Now, there's obviously the effects. We've played with the timeline, the big sky, the volante, the black hole. We got some glitch delay. I mean, the kicks alone are a lot. But that's because, I mean, it's a single track that was getting us a lot of pulse into that. And then the modular is going into the synths. The Pro C was maybe playing against the kick. So we had some sidechain, timeline, big sky, volante, black hole, glitch delay, pan delays 8 and 16, survival, Crotosian. It wasn't really playing that, and we're kind of like feeding it back into the two bass. That was also nice. It wasn't really feeding back, but it was kind of creating that subtle like saturation. I love this. Okay, so this will be available on Bandcamp, where we have our Modular Mondays live set. The patches I'll make available for Ghost firmware also on Patreon. And my masterclass on voltage modular is out. If you want to check it out on my Patreon, it's actually 14 or 15 chapters. It's 3 hours, 15 minutes, something like that. And I covered all of voltage modular to give you really a hands-on approach to learn how to use it, to find, we build kick drums, we build FM multiple atonal operators to be some drony FM synth, we expand to polyphony, we go back to extra features, we go through the bassing, effects. I've covered everything, but it's still only 3 hours. So you can watch that and kind of get going with all that voltage modular has to offer, which is unbelievable. Voltage modular is another gem. Maybe sitting in between Softube modular and VCV rack, because it sounds off the hook good, but it's also got third-party support. So it's kind of like in between Softube. It's not even that heavy on CPU, so that's good. So check that out. And also what we're doing is we're doing ARIS, analog, remote, enhancement, service. Okay, so if you are a patron of mine and you're in A tier or want to do it afterwards, if you're in B tier, you can pay extra and you can send me tracks every month that will process through my analog outboard. Okay, so Distressors, Fatso, Red 3, PassiQ, Culture Vulture, Real Stuff, API 2500, 33609, I can even pronounce that. What is it? Like Comp 1, Avalon 737, Phoenix Compressor, MyFuse EQ, the Waves L2, Great River BQs, River EQs, API 550s, P8 compressor. Is there anything else? No, I think we're pretty much done. Okay, the YCQ, of course, as well. So, or filters through synthesizers and effects. And I will bounce them back to you, and I will give them back to you. So if you're A tier, you can do that starting September. You know that now. I said everything. So this was quite intense. I absolutely loved the thrill of things that are not playing nicely, but they came out and they stayed together, and I think we captured the moment. Next week, we're probably going to take a look at control surfaces into one of these platforms. I'm still not sure where I'm going to go. I'm thinking we're going VCV Rack Pro. There is no way in heaven that we are actually not using VCV Rack Pro. I hope it plays nice with Bitwig or Nuendo. I might even have some MIDI solution later on for testing with live. So there's so many things happening. Stay tuned. It was amazing having you here. Thank you, Drac. Thank you, Bohab. Thank you, Marco, for being here. Thank you to all the people that are still connecting that didn't type anything, but we're watching these and we'll watch this. This was Modular Mondays. I've even kind of missed the episode number, which I'm kind of guessing it's 11, okay, which is a magical number, by the way, if you didn't know. So, Bohab, peace. We're going to delve into more next week. And again, I have amazing news because Novation is doing something I cannot tell you. There's also Focusrite and Sequential that are doing something amazing I cannot tell you. And I am this close to start getting the Eurorack modular going. So is it going to be next week that I'm going to have my first rack and first modules? We don't know. I don't want to leave you hanging, but I do kind of want to leave you hanging. So I'm going to send the titles and just say thank you so much for being here all the time through odds and ends, through good and bad, through life stuff that doesn't work, glitching things. This is Modular Mondays. This is what we do. We play music for imaginary video games. This was Ghost Firmware. Thank you very much. See you on Patreon or on Discord. Ciao.